Okay, let's talk about fear of death. It may seem like an odd topic to talk about, but I suffered from fear of death for many, many years, even as a pastor. It was something that I didn't understand. It was something that I even had a little shame over because so many other people were like, oh, I just can't wait to go home to Jesus. You know, like, oh, I get hit by a truck today. That'll just be better for me. And I'm secretly and quietly going, man, I don't want to die. I mean, death freaks me out. And so I kind of struggled with that until finally God gave me some analogies and some pictures that really helped me out a lot. So here's the thing. First and foremost, the most important thing to understand is we don't die. If you're a Christian, if you're a believer, you don't die. In the Bible, and I'm not going to give you all these scriptures and verses that you can go look up right now because I'm just chatting with you, okay? In the description, maybe I'll put some scripture references, or you can just Google death in the Bible. But in the Bible, it says that we don't die, we fall asleep. That at a certain time we fall asleep and we wake up in the presence of the Lord. See, when God creates a person, they are an everlasting being. That means they have a beginning, but they have no end. Okay? So everyone God creates actually lives forever. And what seems like death is just our physical body, us shedding our physical body dying, but then we exist in a new body and we go on and we keep going on for eternity. And for those of us who say, I want to be in the family of God, I want to be with the Lord, then we'll spend that time with the Lord. For those who absolutely reject God and say, I don't want anything to do with you, then you'll spend eternity in a place that's absence of the Lord. And we don't want to get into that whole topic right now. We're talking about fear of death. So the first thing to realize is that we really don't die. We fall asleep and we wake up and we're in the presence of the Lord. The second thing is that the Bible tells us we shouldn't grieve like other people. That we should be aware of the fact that you don't just die and cease to exist, as many would believe in the world, that you just die and that's it for you, we cease to exist, there's nothing else after that. It's a lie. And the big thing that God explained to me that got me over this, other than just reading scripture and seeing that, you know, we're actually everlasting beings and we don't die, we fall asleep and get a new body, is I used to take a trip to my grandmother's house every summer. And we lived in northern Indiana and she lived in Nashville, Tennessee. And so my dad liked to drive at night. So we would get in the car and he would start driving and I'm so excited when we get to my grandmother's house, I just can't sleep. And I'd say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And my father would eventually say, listen, just go to sleep and when you wake up, we'll be there in the morning and it'll be better than you ever imagined it would be. And sure enough, at some point, I felt okay to fall asleep, and I would wake up, and I'd see my grandmother standing on her porch on top of the hill where her house was, waiting for us. And it was better than I ever thought. The cooking was better every single year. We ran and played every day, and it was awesome. Well, you know what? You didn't know what life was going to be like before you were born. And it's awesome. There are awesome things to see and experience. Yeah, there's a lot of pain in life also, but there's a lot of beauty. Well, guess what? I don't know what heaven's going to look like. I don't know what everything is going to seem like. But God told me, listen, at the right time, when he tells you, it's going to be okay to fall asleep. And you're going to wake up and you're going to be in the presence of the Lord. And it's going to be more awesome than you ever thought it would be.